Hey y'all, and welcome back to the party. It's your girl BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to I Had a Crush on Jada Until by Marlon Wayans. Let's see what he has to say.
I've known Jada Pinkett Smith since I was 18, 19 years old. I met her backstage at In Living Color, my brother's TV show in the 90s.
Living Color. Oh my gosh. Y'all, In Living Color is like just literally one of those nostalgic things. In living color, you can do what you want to do. Just like it always on in the background or whatever. I am a fan of both. I mean, mainly the whole Wayans family just because I grew up with them. But Marlon and his brother, whose name I'm drawing a blank on right now, they had the TV show together, Shawn. Because the Wayans brothers still comes on TV today. And if it's on, I'm going to watch it. You know, and White Chicks and stuff. But I've never seen him do stand-up. Never. And I mean, obviously, I think I've always known him in the back of my mind. Like, he's a comedian. He's got to do stand-up. But I've never, thought to watch it. So I'm like, and he's, okay, let's do it. I also low-key have a crush on Marlon Wayans because I think he's so handsome. Carry on.
In Color, my brother's TV show in the 90s. And I walked in his dressing room and I saw her.
I feel like he wants to cry.
I saw Jada and I was immediately smitten. Like, this woman was so smart, so knowledgeable, so multi-talented. She could sing, she could dance, she could rap, she could write poetry. You know, people say I've lived 5, 6, 7 times. She's been here 5 times, and she probably lived to the ripe age of 127 each time. Jada Pinkett is Cleopatra. She is Joan of Arc. She is Helen Martin from 227. This woman. And when I saw her, I seen that face, and I immediately was like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful little boy I ever seen.
Why did he call her a little boy? Oh my gosh, that is so funny. He called her a little boy. She has, for the most part, though, as long as I have known anything she's been in, always had short hair. She's super petite. Obviously, this is a joke because she is a beautiful woman. And I think to hear his perspective of how he thought of her, I think a lot of the black community, especially a lot of black men, held her to a high regard because she was such an educated, kind of no nonsense woman that was also beautiful. She happened to be beautiful, but she also commanded respect and a presence. She didn't lean on her beauty. And so I think it's interesting because any black man, I think any man of color coming up in the 90s always has her at the top of his list of who was your crush? Her and Halle Berry, I feel like, and they both happen to have short hair. But to hear it from a man's perspective, for him actually to say that, and I think it's a shame with everything that's happened in the light of the last year. But there was a time where she was royalty, but then he called her a little boy. And it sent me, I'm done with the little boy comment is going to send me.
The most beautiful little boy I ever seen. She ain't got nobody. Y'all know this woman. She ain't got nobody. She ain't got no titties. She got nipples, but she ain't got no titties. You know what I mean? She ain't got no ass. She got a crack in a hole. We know she shits. But I don't know how she sit down. She must keep sliding until she hit the hook on her head. And it's like, all right there, it's good.
The hook on her head.
I immediately got a number. Me and Jada became best friends. I moved out to California.
She was best friends with everybody.
A minutes from me. And I spent the night at her house. She was staying the night at my house. We just hang out like 2 innocent little kids. And this woman was so smart. She used to teach me about love. She had power words and descriptions of love when she was 19. She was telling me shit like, love is acceptance. Love is unconditional. Love has no expectations because then you will be disappointed. Love involves devastation. Love is forgiving, and real love is healing. Do you know how hard my little 19-year-old dick was hearing these big power words? But I never told Jada I had a crush on her. I never did. I just...
That is true. Like, to hear someone in their teenage years just speaking so, like, eloquently and deeply about love when most kids that age are just, like, trying to figure it out. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of hormones. And for her to, like, have the knowledge is, I think anyone will tell you, like, someone who has a deeper knowledge that's attractive. There's an attraction there, especially when all you're used to is people who are worried about physicalities and the shallow things. Like, and I think a lot of people in Hollywood had that same story with her in the 90s. She was friends with a lot of people. Like, she was super close to Tupac, who was also very, very wise on a lot of subject matters that were deeper than rap and Hollywood and shallow surface things. So I love hearing his perspective on her and growing up like that.
So I was always like, I used to play her little songs with like little hints in them. I remember one time I played her Stevie Wonder's Too Shy to Say.
Aww.
And then she played me back
What?
In Vogue's Never Gonna Get It.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
So much. We used to write poetry and we share the poetry. Her shit was so like, she had similes and metaphors and shit that public school didn't teach you. I was like, and me, my shit was basic. I was like, I think you pretty. Can I suck your titty? I know it's itty bitty, but that would be litty. I was like, it was funny, like we hung out so much, she felt so comfortable with me, like I became like her gay friend, you know what I mean? Like the gay best friend. I don't trust gay friends to pretty girls. Y'all niggas ain't gay. You are undercover straight, you lying motherfuckers. Cause I played that part, I was like, bitch, let me see your clitoris. Oh, girl, you gonna wear it in the hood or out? Oh, look at that shit, gangster.
In the hood or out?
Gangster.
In the hood or out is such a wild thing. That is a wild thing to say. Oh my goodness.
Girl, can you teach me how to suck dick on my dick? Come here. Oh, is that how you do it? Oh, get off me. Oh, that's nasty, bitch. I love me some Jada, man. I did one day, Jada called me up, and she said, Marlon, come through, nigga. We about to take this relationship to a whole nother level. And in my head, I was like, oh my God, Jada's gonna fuck me. I drove over that house so fast. She goes, Marlon, I want to introduce you to someone special. I was like, oh, she's gonna fuck me with a friend. Oh. I said, where's she at, where's she at? Right here. And I look on the couch, and who's sitting there but the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Oh, I was so mad, I was hating. Because Will has always been a grown-ass man. I don't think this nigga ever went through puberty. He was born with a chest and a mustache. This nigga has literally been a handsome man. Like me, I just went through puberty probably 2 years ago.
I feel like that is I understand that statement because, like, I've never seen any photo of Will Smith and not felt like, dang, like, did you go through an awkward stage? Like any throwback photo you see of him, he was still like a strapping young lad. That's so true. He just said he went through puberty 2 years ago. That's hilarious.
And he was sitting there just looking like fucking the Prince Charming. And he was sitting there and he was laughing. You know Will with that phony ass laugh. You know.
Oh my God.
With her little frog legs just all dancing all over his lap.
He sounds like a big time hater right now. This is like, we are in hater territory, Marlon.
With her little frog legs, just all dancing all over his lap. And he would laugh and they would kiss, baby, baby. And he would tongue her down and then give me that mean ass Will Smith smirk down. That nigga knew what he was doing. Yeah, I had a crush on her. And that motherfucker knew. And I remember leaving that house that day, heartbroken.
Aww.
And I learned that love is learning to let go. Because I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, what they had, their connection, that's some shit you see in the movies. Like in those romantic comedies where you go, oh, yeah, that man was her prince. And I couldn't compete with that. They had this connection, man, their spirits was dancing. And they would go on to get married and to be an example for all us black people. You know, we all look to those couples. That shit's important for us as a race, to be able to go those couples that stick it through no matter what. You know what I mean? Not just on TV shows, but in real fucking life. The Barack and the Michelles, the Jay-Z, Beyonce. You know what I mean? The Will and Jada. That shit means something to us, and I gotta respect that. She would help him amount a fortune of damn near a couple of $100 million. They made these two beautiful...
I think that's true to an extent, but I think the one thing that the wave of social media did was humanize these people, right? And show us that, like, there's not an amount of money, there's not an amount of fame, there is not an amount of glitz, glam, homes, cars, jewelry that you could have that is going to protect you from being hurt, being mistreated. You know, like, these people have the same marital issues that a lot of us have that don't have the notoriety and the fame that they have. So I definitely agree. Like, I think all those people are great examples of good love for anyone. But I think they also are great examples. All three of those couples, Barack and Michelle maybe haven't had marital stuff in front of us, but they're open about the fact that, like, Michelle in her books and stuff is about the fact that marriage is not easy. But the other two, we've witnessed kind of the, like, the messiness, the behind the doors, like behind closed doors, skeletons in the closet kind of stuff. So yeah, I agree. But I also think holding them up on a pedestal as if they don't also have the same human experience that we have when it comes to love is not fair. So that's what I have to say about that.
Damn near a couple of $100 million. They made these two beautiful children. I don't know what planet them niggas is from. But you know what I mean? They are special. Them little, I don't know what gender they are, like them gender neutral, race unspecific. I don't know if they Puerto Rican, black. I don't know if the boy's the girl and the girl's the boy. I don't fucking know. All I know is that they don't speak like normal people. They are brilliant, brilliant beyond their years. These niggas was born in the Matrix or the metaverse. These are not children,
Possible.
They are avatars. But those little kids are special. And I know why, because their mama's special, their dad is special, and I had to honor that. And for years, I'd be hurt, you know what I'm saying? I'm 50 years old now. Single, still ain't found my queen.
Aww.
And I sit there and I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn,
Did y'all just hear the lady in the audience say, hey, 50 and single too, boo?
And I sit there and I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn, maybe that was the one that got away. And I asked God, I'm like, God, show me a sign
Oh, Lord.
that woman wasn't for me.
Oh, Lord.
Then on March 27, 2022, approximately 10:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 7:32 Pacific, God showed me that that wasn't the woman for me. Because my woman, if I'm worth a couple of $100 million, my woman ain't gonna let me do no dumb shit like that. My woman's gonna be like, nigga, don't you fuck this money up.
Right. Get somebody else to do it. Sit down. We have too much to risk here. Absolutely agree with him.
My woman's gonna be like, nigga, don't you fuck this money up. Don't you fuck this money up. Nigga, we got a lake in our backyard. I'm not about to swim in a public pool. Sit your ass down. My woman gonna grab my leg like, please don't fuck this money up. Please. No, I don't want it. Please stop it. Please, listen, I don't like Coach. I like Chanel. I know I pronounce it channel, but nigga, don't you fuck this money up.
He's holding on to the stool.
Oh, man. Because, ladies, there's a point where you gotta stop your man from doing dumb shit. That man's worked 50-some-odd years of his life for that moment. Do you know what an Oscar award is to a black actor? In 94 years of the Academy Awards, there have only been 4 black men to ever win Best Actor.
Wow.
And Denzel won that shit twice. So really three.
That is so funny. It's not funny, but it is funny. It's like, dang, the realization of that is like, wow. He said Denzel is 2 of those 4, so that's really only 3 people. I do agree with him on the fact that, like, men and women in a marriage are supposed to protect each other, right or wrong, right? Like, to be able to acknowledge the fact that the bigger picture here is not, okay, my feelings are hurt. It's what will this do to our legacy and everything that we've built. Not to mention, it just wasn't necessary. Like, on top of that, but I'm just saying, like, in life, if I saw my husband going to do something that would be detrimental to us at all, it's my job to step in, vice versa, right? Not to encourage the poor behavior. Duh.
And Denzel won that shit twice. So really 3 niggas. So in that moment, sis, I need you to grab your man's hand and go, baby, don't you do this for me.
Don't you do this for me.
This is your moment, not today. Not today. But Thursday, we whooping that little skinny nigga's ass.
Right.
I don't know what happened to Will. It looked like he was enjoying the joke. Right? He cracked the joke. Will was laughing, that phony ass laugh.
He set that up good. He, like, the fact that he bought that back full circle, he set that up really well. I am enjoying that.
And then Jada rolled her eyes and her head like, you nigga. And he went, yeah, that shit ain't funny. I think she put a spell on that nigga there. She had a Men in Black voodoo doll underneath her chair. Cause that motherfucker out of nowhere, he just changed his whole shit up. So we saw her roll her eyes up in her head, but that ain't what she did. She put a spell on him. She went.
His face.
And the ghost of Tupac Shakur possessed Will Smith's body. And then he said, nigga, we're sorry.
The ghost of Tupac Shakur. Oh my gosh. If you don't know, Jada and Tupac were, I don't know if they, allegedly they were in a relationship, but she admitted that they were, like, really close at one point. So who knows? But that is funny for him to say. The ghost of Tupac came down. We're sorry.
We're sorry. Even the way the nigga walked back to the seat, that wasn't Will's walk. That was Tupac walk, nigga. I know that duck leg walk, nigga. That duck leg walk, that's I work with Tupac. That is Birdie from above the rim. Nigga got out the rain. That is Bishop from Juice, nigga.
Bishop from Juice. All great movies. If you've never seen them, Juice is probably, like, it's a huge classic in the black community. It's actually a really good movie. Tupac was such a phenomenal actor. Good grief, he was such a good actor.
Ship from Juice, nigga. I know that duck leg walk. Look at me, even the way he was screaming from his seat, all ignorant and shit. Like Tupac on one of his diss records. Keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. That shit sound like, first off, east side, fuck the click the claim.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I should have known. I have no other reason but to think that he would be funny on stand up. I love the way he like set that up and brought that back about his laugh. And yeah, I mean, I think I agree with his take on it. I loved getting the backstory. I never knew that he was that close with Jada growing up in Hollywood, because 19 is a child. And yeah, I mean, anyone you love, if you go to see them make a wrong decision, whether it's on your behalf or not, if you really love them, you're going to tell them no. You're going to tell them not to do that. I agree. I do agree. Like, I don't care if it's in the name of me or whomever. If it's not the right choice, I'm going to encourage you not to, you know? So I agree with Marlon there. And I'm going to tell you to go have the day that you deserve. Peace.